Hi mga ka-Berks! This is Nurse Gian once again and welcome to my vlog. So today, I decided to continue yung discussion natin tungkol dun sa application ko bilang isang nurse sa Germany. So, as I have mentioned dun sa previous vlog ko, after ko mag-submit ng application sa isang private agency, nagpa-interview ako. After ko pumasa ng interview, nag-aral ako ng German language course for 8 months and then I took the exam. Today, i-mention ko sa inyo yung process ng mga documents ko from start to end. Kung paano ako nagkaroon ng visa and ano yung mga documents na kakailanganin nyo during your application. So, usually, the list of documents po is given by the agency. Kung saang agency man kayo nakatie up. Like for me, I'm with JCJ, LM Care, SM Care. So they have given me the list of documents that I need to complete. After ko mabigay yung mga list of documents, like for example, yung credentials ko, diploma, PRC license, board certificate, transcript of records, high school diploma, marriage contract, birth certificate, lahat yung documents na yun, ipapatranslate ninyo. But, yung translation, kailangan accredited translation office lang siya. Hindi basta-bastang magpapatranslate kayo. So, with that, you have to coordinate with your agency kung saan dapat kayo magpa-translate. And then, as far as I remember, pinanotarize ko din yung mga documents ko at that time. Take note, yung notarization and translation, it will be refunded to you ng employer ninyo. So, you don't need to worry about that. Kung magbabayad man kayo initially, they will return it back to you. That's parang agreement kasi yan ng application papuntang Germany. So, para saan yung translated documents na yon? Those documents will be sent to Germany para isubmit yon dun sa regirong office nila. Yung office kung saan sila yung mag-a-assess ng documents ninyo at magde-decide kung they are going to give you a full recognition as a nurse or partial recognition as a nurse. So, dun nakadepende yung magiging decision nila. Siyempre, kasama din doon yung mga employment certificates ninyo from the start na nag-work kayo up to the present. So, yung employment certificate, kailangan may start and end date. Very important yun. Kasi may mga iba na binabalik nila yung employment certificate kapag walang start and end date. So, what else? During the course ninyo, isa-isa na kayong tatawagan ng agency ninyo para i-complete yung mga necessary documents ninyo in preparation for the embassy appointment. So, isa kasi sa requirements pa bago ka mag-apply sa embassy for the interview ng visa is yung anerkennung, yung BESHIT. At least there is enough notification kung saang state ka nag-apply ng anerkennung mo, ng recognition mo. So, yon, isa sa mga requirements. Actually, depende kasi yung mga requirements kung anong embassy kayo mag-a-apply. For example, kung sa Philippines, may sarili silang list kung ano yung mga dapat na i-complete mo bago ka magpapa-embassy appointment. So, sa Saudi Arabia, iba din. So, depende kung saang embassy, ng German embassy kayo mapupunta for the interview. So, usually, ang waiting time kasi ng anerkennung or ng recognition is 2 to 4 months. Depende sa state kung saan isinubmit ng employer o ng agency yung papers ninyo for recognition. Yun yung magiging way para makapag-work kayo as a nurse sa Germany. So, with regards to the language course naman, gaya ng sabi ko, depende yun sa inyo kung gaano kayo kadesididong matuto, ano? So, yun, kailangan yung mag-take ng exam. Yung iba, nawa 1 take nila yon. Yung iba naman, nagto 2 takes, nagto 3 takes, and that's fine for as long as you will pass the B2 exam. Kasi magkakaiba naman ng abilidad magkakaiba tayo ng abilidad, ng kakayahan. Meron din yung iba, nasaswertehan nila ng 1 take lang, pero you don't need to worry. Kung na-fail kayo, bibigyan kayo ng testing center ng certificate kung anong level lang talaga yung appropriate sa inyo. For example, nag-take kayo ng B2 exam and hindi nyo na-reach yung level ng B2, they will give you B1 certificate. And sometimes, B1 certificate is enough for you to be able to work in Germany also. So, may mga state kasi na B1 certificate, tinatanggap na nila yon, and yung iba rin, nakakapag full recognition sila with the B1 certificate. So, sabi nga nila, magkakaiba sila ng protocol. So, you don't need to worry. All you need to do is to push yourself to pass the exam, to complete the requirements needed, and yung goal ninyo, iset ninyo yung mind ninyo na kahit na anong mangyari, dahil gusto kong magtrabaho sa Germany, I will do my best to achieve that goal. Lahat ng mga possible ways gawin ninyo kung talagang desidido kayong magtrabaho doon. So may nagtatanong din sa akin kung ilang takes daw ba allowed yung exam. For example, na-fail ka. Actually, wala naman necessary kung ilang takes. Basta ang mahalaga maipasa mo. Minsan nga yung iba, pumupunta na ng Germany, nakakarating na ng Germany, dun na nagte-test, nag-exam ng B2. May mga employers na pumapayag ng ganun. So, another thing that I need to share is yung interview. During the interview pala, may guidelines yan kung ano yung dapat mong sabihin, ano yung pattern na dapat mong i-follow during the interview. Kasi ang Germans kasi, they are very organized. So, wag laok-laok yung sinasabi ninyo. I will be posting on the comment box yung guidelines ng interview. And syempre, kailangan smile, be friendly, and kailangan i-impress ninyo sila with regards to your experience. Kasi yun yung isa sa mga bagay na tinitignan nila. And syempre, yung appearance nyo kasi, usually sa CV kasi nakalagay dun yung magsasubmit kayo ng picture ninyo, one whole body, half body. So, doon pa lang, magkakaroon ng impression yung employer nyo. Syempre, like other interviews, kailangan i-impress nyo yung employer ninyo Kailangan ipakita ninyo na, this is my abilities, ito yung mga pwede kong gawin. So, ganun siya. Just give your best shot and be yourself and practice speaking German. Kasi, yung interview mismo sa employer will be auf Deutsch. German talaga siya. So, you can do your sticky notes just to remind you kung ano yung sasabihin ninyo doon para hindi kayo mabulol-bulol. Kasi nakakabulol talaga ang German language. Yun. Tapos, ano pa bang pwede kong ma-share sa inyo? Okay. Yung regarding sa travel kasi, I will tell it sa another vlog na lang next time, no? So, siguro yun lang muna for the meantime. Basta ang sinasabi ko lang sa inyo, once you have planned to apply as a nurse in Germany, once na sinimulan ninyo, try your best to tapusin yon kasi sayang naman yung effort ninyo. At saka dapat determinado kayong gawin or ma-achieve yung goals ninyo on time. Huwag pa iba-iba ang isip kasi wala kang matatapos kapag pa iba-iba ang isip mo. So yun. So that's it for now. I hope I have shared you something and you have learned something from me. For any questions, you can comment down below and I will try to answer all your inquiries para naman lalo na doon sa mga kapwa nurses ko na nag-a-apply pa lang o yung mga nagpaplano pa lang mag-apply, yung mga newly graduates diyan na gustong mag-apply, pwede ko kayong matulungan o mabigyan ng tips based on my experience at dun sa mga nakasama ko din before, yung mga experiences nila, pwede ko ring i-share sa inyo. So, don't hesitate to comment down below. Siguro, yun na lang muna for now and I hope you'll continue to subscribe and hit the notification bell para maging updated kayo sa mga vlog ko. And soon, I'll be vlogging also yung mga travel vlogs ko pagka wala ng corona. Okay? Bye for now! Tschüss!